So I made over 59,637 US dollars in 30 days at 18 years old with one digital service that I literally learned one time and I sold over and over and over, all organically. And in this video, there's gonna be no fluff, just straight up value, and it will be a full-on beginner's guide. So if you're just getting into making money online, or you've been trying for a while, maybe you've been burnt with some courses, but you haven't really figured it out, in this video, I'll give you absolutely everything you need for free, because honestly, what I charge for, I explain all in this video. So for the whole academy, the mentorship, what I teach in there, 80 to 90% of it is covered in this training right here. So truly, if you apply all of it, you will make money if you do it for an extended period of time. The problem is everyone says they want all the results, all the benefits, all the money. They're just not willing to do the work. So if you're young, you want to make money online, you want to be financially free, but you just don't know what to do, follow this beginner's guide to a T for an extended period of time, and I promise you, you will make a lot of money. Now keep in mind, I did this all organically. So profit margins were literally over 94%, minus the Stripe fee. And when I started, I was 16. I was broke, I was fat, I was depressed, I had no skills, no experience, I honestly had no clue what I was doing, and I did it all from my bedroom. Meaning, you can literally do this at any age, from anywhere in the world, without being famous and without having any previous skills or experience. It's not like copywriting, sales, or Amazon FBA, or fucking dropshipping, where you get to learn so many other things. You have to learn how to run ads, you have to be good at sales. This is for complete beginners. So it doesn't matter if you're 15 or you're a 55-year-old grandma. You can do this at absolutely any age from anywhere in the world if you truly do it correctly, like I'm about to show you, because we just take advantage of what other people are doing. We know all these NPCs out there are running SMAs, because I was one of them. When I was 15, 16, I bought all these courses from the Iman Gadzis, the Joel Kaplans, and I did it on my own for 9 months, sleepless nights, sacrificed absolutely everything for 9 months, and I didn't make a single dollar. You wanna know why? Because I blended in. I was the same as everyone else. If 100,000 people are doing one exact thing, how am I going to stand out? That's a question I asked myself when I was 16. So I started my own reinvented agency. Within 30 days, we hit like a 6K month, 60 days, 10K, 90 days, 20K a month at 17. I was over the moon. And in this video, I'll show you exactly how I made $59,000 in 30 days at 18. It's going to be pretty long. There's going to be no edits. It will be raw, no script. It will be straight value. So if you're not willing to sit around, if you're not willing to watch a 30, 40-minute video that's truly going to change your life, then this isn't for you. No matter how badly you say you want it, you're not really willing to do the work, so don't even bother. Just click off this video right now. But if you truly are invested into your future and you never want to work a 9 to 5 again, then stick around until the end. So how I made $59,636 in 30 days from one digital service. As I said, this will be a full beginner's guide. So if you have no skills, no experience, you don't even know what you're doing with your life, then this video is exactly for you. And we're gonna cover a couple things. Number one, I'll go through my story, because odds are you are right now where I was a couple of years ago, right? So you're young, you're ambitious, you don't want to work a 9 to 5, you want to be financially free, have time freedom and location freedom. You just don't really know what to do. You see so many gurus all over TikTok, all over Instagram, promising you the world, but then not delivering on anything. In this training, I'll show you exactly what you have to do. Right after I go through my story, I'll show you how to actually do this yourself in 3 simple steps. I'll break it down as if you're like a 5-year-old toddler, even though you're not. Find an avatar, find their $1 million problem and a solution, and then how to actually land clients and solve their problem. And I'm not just gonna give you the surface level of, an avatar is a niche, choose a specific group of people. I'll show you specifically how to find an avatar. I even give you a list of 800 different avatars that you can pick from. I don't wanna show too much of that because I pay like over $500 for that, and it's more for my members in the mentorship. But as I said, I'm not really holding back anything in this training. Then I'll show you how to find the $1 million problem and a solution. And I'll literally, step by step, go to Facebook and show you an example of how I would do it for fitness coaches and how I did it 2 years ago. And then step 3, how to truly land clients. No surface level bullshit of just reach out and book a call. I'll literally give you the specific unique mechanism in the funnel that I specifically used and what exactly I said in the DMs. I don't want to give it all away now, so just stick around until the end if you truly want to find out how I did it, how I made 59K in 39 days at 18, and how you can do it too. So let's go ahead and dive right in. My story, right? So I started broke at 15. I had no skills, no audience, no experience, and I hated school. I just knew it wasn't for me. At the time, I was in boarding school. I would go to school until 5, basketball until 8, and I would come back at 8:30 dead exhausted. I would work until like 2, 3 a.m. just to get up at 8 a.m. the next morning to go to school and to learn some bullshit mitochondria and Pythagoras theorem that I haven't used to this day, but forget about that. School was pretty fun. I didn't even have a bank account. So if you're saying you're young and you can't start an online business because you got no bank account, you can't pay taxes, none of that fucking shit matters. Unless you're making 20, 30 grand a month or even 10K a month, none of that shit matters. I started out with my PayPal and my dad's bank account. Like PayPal, I just made that on my own. There were times where I had to like Photoshop some bullshit so I could get like a Stripe and shit, but then I got caught at the end. So don't do that, but you can have a PayPal, you can have a bank account. This is me at 15, by the way. This fat dumbass right here, right? I was pretty ugly, I'm not gonna lie to you. I was fat, depressed, and I had a Justin Bieber haircut. So if this kid can do it, you can do it as well. You're no different than me. And yeah, I'll dive into different photos after. I've now made over $500,000 online at 18. I get to work wherever I want, whenever I want, and I make money with doing barely any client work at any time of the day. Because back with the whole SMA thing, the big problem is you get a client, but then you're killing yourself getting results for this client. I do barely any client work in the day. I work maybe 2 to 3 hours a day. The rest of the time, I'm doing whatever the hell I please. This is me in Miami. See? Fucking I'm beautiful, beautiful fellow right here. This guy turned into that guy. But yeah, all right, let me stop hyping myself up. All right, so by 15, can't spell. By 15, I had tried dropshipping, Forex, clothing, SaaS, and trading. Every single one of those failed. Like I've tried every business model under the sun. I was one of those young entrepreneurs. I was one of those the hustlers from a young age. But none of those worked because I was just too stupid. Honestly, all these business models probably work if you really do sit down and you do a lot of work. But you just want to judge it off of which one is the easiest to do and what do you lose if they don't work. Because trading and Forex, I lost like $500 each. Even though that's not a lot of money, for a 14-year-old, I had tears coming out of my eyes. My fucking pillow was wet because of the Forex that I bought. Some random USD to Swiss franc. Bullshit like that. I had no idea what I was doing. Now I realize that it was gambling. 95% of trading in Forex is gambling, unless you really know what you're doing, and no one really knows what they're doing. But that's pretty much what I had tried up until 15. Then I got into social media marketing. Thanks to Jason Capital, but also no thanks to him because I bought a course and it was terrible. And then I slowly moved into Iman Ghazi, his courses, his videos. His videos were really good. Course was nothing great, and I'll talk about that more later on. So I spent my life savings on this $1,000 course from Jason Capital, and I was completely sold on SMA. I thought I was going to change my life. The ad literally said, make $2,000 to $5,000 a month by just typing messages on your phone for an hour a day. I'm like, let's do it. I'll be a millionaire tomorrow. Take my money. That was my whole life savings. Because of these gurus, I did cold outreach, and I landed 0 clients for 9 entire months. That's what I was talking about. I would come back from school, I would go to basketball, then sit down at my desk at 8:30, already exhausted, with this Justin Bieber haircut, and I would work until like 2:30 a.m. Sending DMs, sending emails, posting content, doing whatever these gurus told me to do in these courses, and I didn't make a single dollar for 9 entire months. I sacrificed sleep, I sacrificed schooling, mental health, physical health, and I didn't make a single dollar. This is me when I was grinding. This ugly ass dude right here. Boom. I literally set up my phone with a 10-second timer, put some shitty books that I've never even opened, and I've got my school timetable right there. There's nothing in this mug, by the way. Look at this laptop. It's just like $140 off of Amazon. So stop making excuses. So I slowly started to doubt whether this actually works. And I was leaning towards giving up. Like maybe this entrepreneurship thing isn't for me. Let me just go back to school and go to law school, study law like I wanted to at uni. But I kept pushing. I knew that shit just wasn't for me. So I paid a larger agency. I paid them like $750 or $1,000 to start working for them as an appointment setter. It might sound absurd, and it is. Like looking back now, I got completely scammed. I paid an agency to work for them as an appointment setter, and I booked them calls for 6 months, and I made a total of $150. Yet again, major scam, but I learned a lot. I saw how these agencies were operating, and I saw that what I was learning from these gurus, these courses, wasn't actually what these larger agencies were doing. It was all bullshit. So on my 16th birthday, I quit and I started my own reinvented agency. This was me, a bit of a glow up, right? We got a photo shoot right here. I was ready to roll. So 16, launched my reinvented agency. I did the exact opposite of everything I've learned, right? No basic cold outreach, no crazy guarantees, no charging money up front. Everything I learned in these SMA courses, I'm like, yo, fuck that. Everyone else is doing that. Let me go ahead and do the opposite. In 2 months, in 60 days, I hit my first $10,000 month. This right here. Boom. The month after that, $20,000. $20,648 within 3 months of launching my reinvented agency. Then I kept leveraging the oversaturated SMA market, and I kept scaling. And finally, I hit this $59,000 a month with my agency, all because I stood out and was different. Right? Imagine, you've seen Matrix, you've seen all this, I don't want to say his name, I don't know if on YouTube they allow it or not, but you've seen all this Matrix shit, don't be a sheep. I realized that like 2.5 years ago, 3 years ago now, when I did SMA, I saw that Iman Gadzhi had like 2 million subscribers, Joel Kaplan had a lot, Sanders Sage had a lot, and all these guys were teaching was SMA. And I had bought all these courses. I knew what they were teaching, and it was all like the same thing. Send cold DMs, make crazy guarantees, charge a lot of money up front. And I did that for 9 months, didn't make $1, and I'm like, okay, if hundreds of thousands of other people are doing this, why would a client choose me over them? Like, why would a fitness coach specifically be like, yo, Andrew has got a big nose and some shitty hair, I'm gonna pick him over everyone else? They wouldn't. That's why I didn't make a single dollar. So, reinvented agency, did the fucking opposite. 100,000 people doing one thing, this bold guy doing a different thing. I was bound to stand out. That's how I scaled to $20,000 in literally 3 months of launching my reinvented agency. So here's how to do this yourself. I don't want to talk too long about myself, no matter how much I love myself. That is my story. But now I want to show you how this applies to you. And the whole point of me going through this was you have no excuse to not make this work. Like, most of you watching this are probably young, like under 20, maybe somewhere over 20, maybe working a 9 to 5 that you hate. But if this fucking ugly ass fat dude can do it, why can you not do it? Right? Simple as this. Just follow everything I tell you in this video and watch until the end. So how to do this yourself. Number one, find an avatar, right? So find a specific group of people that you want to help make more money. And I'll show you how to do that. Number two, find their $1 million problem and then a solution to it. How do you actually solve that $1 million problem? And then finally, land clients, make some fucking money and solve the problem. If you want to make money like this, $4,000 in 1 day, 51K in 28 days, and then boom, all these payments coming in for $2,000, $4,000, $1,000, whatever it is. Because my program was 4K for 4 months, but most guys just did a split pay. So it would either be like 1.5 times 3, I think, 1 times 4, 2 times 2, or just like 3 now and then 1K next month. Simple as that. So let's go ahead and dive into it. Dive into some value so you guys can actually make some money. Finding an avatar. Super, super important. If you guys mess this up, you're not going to make a single dollar. Who are you actually going to be helping make more money? I know you probably think you can work with anyone and everyone, but that's not how it works. Imagine a fisher fishing with a net. If the fucking net, what is it called? If the holes are too big, all the fucking fish will swim through. From the fucking catfish to the tunas, everything will swim through. The smaller your net is, the more fish you're gonna catch, right? I see a lot of these guys, a lot of these gurus who make money online offers. They say, I'll help you make money online. No one clicks on it. Then you see this other guy saying, if you're 18, you don't want to work a 9 to 5, you want to make 5K in the next 60 days, click this. Everyone clicks it because they hit every single desire, every single frustration of an 18-year-old who doesn't want to work a 9 to 5, right? So the more specific you are with your niche, the more money you're going to make. So keep that in mind. Number two, do you want to do B2B or B2C? I highly recommend B2C. B2B, if you guys don't know, it's business to business. So I'm running a reinvented agency. B2B would be me going after a barbershop, an established business where there is the founder, the CEO, the main guy. Then there might be like a manager. There might be other barbers who work there, but it's an established business. Me going after gyms, local fitness gyms. That is a established. That is B2B. That is a business where there's probably an assistant. There's someone on the desk picking up the phones, and it's really hard to get to the main guy. And you want to get to the main guy. No assistant, no woman working on the desk is gonna buy your $4,000 offer. But if you land a B2B client, they're going to pay you more because they have more disposable income. A MMA gym or a fitness gym that does $50K a month has more disposable income to spend on marketing than a fitness coach who wants to kill himself and works on the gym floor. B2C is business to consumer. So just one guy, what I did. Online fitness coach, one guy. Real estate agent, one guy. Plumber, one guy. Plumbing company, B2B. Real estate company, B2B. Gym, B2B. I prefer B2C because I go directly to the guy, and fitness coaches did have like 4K to spend. Maybe not 4K, but we just do a split pay. But yet again, B2C is just easier to reach the client himself. You can find their Instagram, you can reach out to them, find their phone number, find their email, go directly to them. With the fucking gym, you have to call them up, then you get some ugly ass woman on the phone talking about, no, I can't give you the CEO, he's in a meeting right now. You want to start swearing at them, but then there's some fucking other excuses. Then you have to go to this other guy who lives in India, who sucks dick for a living, and then there's so much shit to go through, right? So B2C, just simpler. All right, someone just got stabbed. Write a list. Here's how to actually write down. If nothing comes to your head of like what avatar you should choose something you specifically know a little bit about. If your dad is into real estate, do that because you can really connect with them on a personal level because you already know a little bit about them. If your dad is a plumber, do that. I was really into basketball when I started out, so my initial niche was basketball trainers, right? That's who I went after. But then I slowly realized that there's a total of 37 basketball trainers in the whole world that do online coaching. So that didn't work out, and then I switched to strength and conditioning or online fitness coaching, which is what I ultimately ended up with. Because I already knew a little bit about fitness, even though I was fat, and then after that skinny. But write down a list. Write down 3 things that you're passionate about: video games, fucking Muay Thai, and plumbing. That's a really bad example, but don't cry about it. Write down 3 industries you know a little bit about: streaming, basketball, UFC. Terrible examples. Just the first ones that came to my mind. Think a little bit about this. Like, I'm going off the top of my head right now, and I'm coked up on caffeine. Write down the type of people / brands you follow on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, etc. At this time, by the way, when I started out, I was really into this, like YouTube, American YouTubers that played basketball for a living. Too Hype, if you've heard of them, Cash Nasty, Jesser, and those idiots. And that's why I kind of chose basketball, because I was really into it. But I just should find like the main guys, main brands that you follow on YouTube, and do something along those lines. Because the more you know about your niche when you're starting out, the more money you're going to make, because you can skip the whole learning curve. Like, if you're doing something completely random, if I went after travel agencies, so something I know literally nothing about, I would have to start from step 0, learn everything I possibly can about them. At least I did fitness coaches, and I was already at like step 3, and I just had to cover 7 steps. Let's say there's 10. If your dad is a plumber and you've grown up in that industry, just heard him talking about it, like it or not, you already know a little bit about it. So you're already at step 5. So choose something you already know a little bit about. If you're stuck, use this avatar checklist. I'm not gonna go through this too in depth, because my students might be a bit pissed that I'm showing you this, because it's part of my mentorship. But yeah, let's open it up real quick. Boom. Okay. Let's get myself out of here. Okay, my phone is in the way. So number 1, make sure it ticks all these boxes. So when you write down your niches on a list, let's say you write down 5 or 6 different avatars on a list, on a piece of paper, then correlate them and match them with every single box on this checklist. Do they tick every single box? Number 1, does the niche have service niche synergy? For example, Facebook ads for CBD companies does not, because they're banned from running ads. For example, if you're going after old people, if you're going after 70-year-old women, 60-year-old women who want to lose weight, Instagram ads doesn't have synergy, because those women are not hanging out on Instagram. If you're going after like 50, 60-year-olds, obviously go to Facebook. What are you doing on Instagram or on TikTok? Do you actually understand businesses in this niche? Do you know something a little bit about them? Do you understand the pain points of their customers, right? So why would a client pay a fitness coach? What are the pain points of the customer? If you have a fitness coach, then you're already at an advantage, because you know the pain points of yourself, therefore you can resonate with the fitness coach himself. Do you understand the ins and outs of how this business actually makes money? Do these businesses have cash flow to spend on marketing? That is really, really important. You might really like a niche like video gamers or photographers, but those morons are broke. Same with basketball trainers. No one had 1, 2, 3 grand to dish out. They could barely pay for their meals. Are there enough businesses in this niche for me to send 100 messages every day for months? And that was another mistake I made. Basketball trainers, there was 37 of them. No, like I literally for 3 weeks I reached out, and then there was no one else for me to reach out to. For fitness coaches, there's 2,700 new fitness coaches coming in every single day, because they lifted weights, so now they think they can be a fitness coach. But that doesn't matter, right? Just make sure it's big enough. How do you find this type of business running ads, posting on social media, doing email marketing, etc.? If you're going after a newsletter company, they probably have no fucking clue what TikTok or Instagram even is. So make sure these guys are actually a bit down to earth. Another problem is when you're going after, for example, bike shops or barber shops, they are so old school that all they do is they put posters around in the street, like on the traffic lights. Make sure to go after someone that already knows what you're going to be selling them. It's much easier to sell someone on Facebook ads when they already know what Facebook ads is. It's much harder to convince them if you got to sell them on the whole idea of Facebook ads. Do you really love this niche? This is not necessary, but it helps. It's just much easier because you're going to enjoy it. Ultimately, if you're getting on calls with travel agencies and you couldn't give any less shit about travel agencies, you're going to get bored. And then in the black, I pretty much put that in the put this over here anyway. So writing down the list. All right, I'm going to scroll through real quick. Pause this video if you're really bored and you can't find an avatar. I'm going a bit too fast. No, I'm not going fast. You can pause it. Bum, bum, bum. There's 800 different niches, and these are all tested and proven. So right, if you choose this niche, it works. How well it works, that comes down to how well you do yourself. For me, online fitness coaches is my favorite. I just think that's the best one. And a lot of the students in the academy, so my mentorship where I hold their hand every step along the way, I tell them to do it because I can help them with every step of the process. So going after, for example, sleep clinics, it's going to be really hard to do. Number one is B2B. There probably isn't enough of them, so you have to make sure your outreach is really on point so you don't waste leads with psychologists. These guys are just fucking idiots. Don't go after them. Private detectives, that's kind of B2C, but it'll be really hard to find their $1 million problem. Pool builders, pool contractors, that's really fucking good. Plumbers is really good. Pilates is really good, like Pilates coaches. Sports coaches also work really well. So just specific like volleyball, football coaches, those work really well. Just make sure you're doing in-person target ads for them. Because for me, I did basketball coaches that only sold a online offer. So they would sell like dribbling workouts or like shooting workouts, and there just wasn't enough of them. So just pause the video throughout there. If you guys do want to choose one of these avatars, just make sure they tick all of these boxes, right? Don't dive into it head first. You should spend at least like 3 hours minimum choosing a good niche, if not more than that. But let me put myself back here. Boom and boom. Okay, so that's actually finding your avatar. So on a piece of paper, write out 5 to 10 different avatars that you're somewhat interested about, that you already know a little bit about, and then make sure to open up that checklist and make sure it ticks every single box in the checklist. Now let's move on. Let's say you already know what your niche is. It's online fitness coaches. That's just an example I'm going to use. Finding the $1 million problem and then a solution to it. What is holding them back from making $1 million, right? Even though it's not $1 million, that just put that idea, put the ideology in your head. What's actually holding them back from making more money? And every avatar has a different $1 million problem. Because the first thing that comes to your mind, that comes to my mind, is they want more clients, right? That is a classic problem, classic issue for every single industry, every single niche out there. Problem is, more clients is the overarching problem. You want to go deeper, right? You want to hit their specific frustrations. Don't just, like in the ads that you see, I'll help you make more money online. That's decent, but if they say, I'll help you make $5,000 in the next 30 days, or I give you your money back, that's much better because it goes deeper in your frustrations, aspirations, fears, every fucking thing, right? It just hits much deeper. So find the real deep rooted problem. Online fitness coaches wanted more clients, but what they were really struggling with was sales calls. They just couldn't book enough sales calls. That was their real $1 million problem. Real estate agents, they want more clients, but what they truly want is more listing conversations. Dentists want more clients, but what they truly want is more dental implants. That's what they make most profit off. I have never gone after those two niches. I just know a lot of guys that run an agency in those niches. They're doing like upwards of $100,000 a month. That's why I'm telling you that. Don't tell them I said that. But yeah, there is always a deeper problem than just clients, and you want to make sure you find it. Also, if you mess this up, you're not gonna make any money. If I'm telling online fitness coaches, I'll help you get more followers, even though that might hit some of them, that is not the $1 million problem for the majority. If you're telling real estate agents you're gonna help them get more views on their reels, they're not gonna give a shit. They're not gonna give a shit about exposure or reach. They specifically want listing conversations and clients. So how to actually find the problem? The easiest way to do it is go directly to the consumer. Don't beat around the bush. Don't ask yourself. Don't do all this bullshit. Go directly to the consumer. Facebook groups, YouTube, Google Maps, Quora, IGDMs. Go directly to the consumer. Reach out. Ask the questions that you need answers to. Reach out, build relationships, and do market research. Facebook groups is an absolute cheat code because it's literally a place where all your ideal client hangs out. Let me show you how to do it. I should be charging for this, but fuck it. Go to Facebook, right? You already know your niche. Online fitness coach. For you, it's, I don't know, gay doctors. It doesn't matter what your niche is. Just put it up in there. Make sure it's good. Where's groups? Click on groups right here in the bottom left. All right, you got a bunch of groups right here. Online personal trainer, 48,000 members. Freelance fitness coaching and online coaching. This looks a bit gay. Don't go in there. 5.3K members, 121K members, 28K members, 3.3K members. Start joining these groups. Right now, I'll probably get declined because of my user. You can see that I'm selling them something. But what I did at the start was put like a picture of me flexing, even though it's skinny as shit. And then in my bio, I said online personal trainer. So you want to act like them, even though you're not one of them. You just want to get approved in these groups. And even when you're in the groups, you want to have that profile. So when a fitness coach, when you ask a fitness coach a question, he opens up your profile and he thinks you're one of them. Not, I help online fitness coaches fill their calendar with qualified sales calls, because they immediately know that you're trying to get something in return. So let me see. I think I'm in a couple of these. Wellness and fitness coaching. That's an Indian. If there's an Indian admin, by the way, there's probably going to be a lot of Indians in the group as well. So I wouldn't recommend it. My PT Hub was a good one. Online fitness coaching business empire. There we go. Discussion. This group is private. Oh, I'm not even joined. I thought it said visit. My PTL was a good one. I think I'm already in a couple of these. Yeah, my PTL. This is the best one that I've ever found. I've made over like 40 grand from just this group right here. Go in here. You're acting like a fitness coach. Post. Ask a question. Yo guys, what's your biggest struggle right now? Yo guys, what do you use for your clients? What app do you use for your clients? Do your fucking research. All the questions that you need answers to, ask them in there. And the best way to do it is in the comment section of other people's posts. This one right here. Let me ask Liz a stupid question of like, yo, how many calls do you book per month? Maybe not as simple, maybe not as straightforward as that. But yo, how do you get most of your leads for your online fitness business? And your profile looks like a fitness coach, so she's willing to help you out because you're not selling them anything. Because the problem is when you post in here, 90% of the time the admin has to approve the post. And if you're just asking something like, yo, how many clients do you have? It probably won't get approved because you're not really delivering any value and they're going to think you're selling them something, which you really are ultimately. So comment sections, because you also ask someone specifically, right? You've probably been in a WhatsApp group and someone asks a question, but it's not directed to anyone and no one answers it. But in the WhatsApp group, if you say at John, John is always going to answer it because he feels that he has to, because they asked him specifically. So if I go to Tyler's post and I comment in here and ask Tyler a question, he'll be inclined to answer it because I'm asking specifically him. Same with Scott, same with Liz, same with Alex. All of these are ideal clients for me. Ask the questions that you need answers to. That's an absolute cheat code. I don't know why I'm doing it for free, but it's an absolute cheat code, right? So now you want to find a solution to it. So you know their $1 million problem. You've asked like 35 questions in the Facebook group and you realize that every single person in the Facebook group is struggling with booking sales calls or struggling with getting more listing conversations. You now know what the problem is. How to find a solution. The best way to do it is just research the top dogs in the industry, the ones who are doing millions of dollars a month. For fucking fitness, what I would do is just go to Instagram, go fitness coach, and because of how the new update with the SEO works, what is Dana White doing here? It's getting old up. Go fucking Dan Founder, Cameron Glover, Christian Fleenor. Check out how big these guys are, because I know all of them pretty much. Dan, 550k followers. Then I'll go to Ad Library and see what ads he's running. Cameron Glover, same with this dude. 101k followers. This guy's probably upwards of $200,000 a month. Christian Fleenor, 1.2 million followers. This guy's doing like I think over $1 million a month. And you can just copy their profile. You can also if you want to do ads, this is what I'd recommend you do. I'll show you in a second. But the solution to their $1 million problem doesn't always have to be ads. Just that 90 to 95% of the time, it is just paid ads. It's Instagram and Facebook ads, especially for online fitness coaches. But if you're working with travel agencies, normally what they need is more exposure and more views. So you can help them with their content. So you can just be their social media manager who finds an editor for their content and just makes it look really good. That's what I did at the start. I was just like a branding coach for fitness coaches. I would change up their bio, I would get them a good profile pic, I would edit all their content, and I would just make them look much more credible because that solved a big problem for them. Then I later on realized that they just needed more leads. And here's how to find what these top dogs actually do differently. Because odds are, if you find a shitty fitness coach and you compare Christian's content to his, there's big differences here as well. So that's like one solution that you already found. For me, Instagram ads, which is the best way to do it. So go to Ads Library, go to all. This guy might not be running ads, but we'll see. Christian Fleenor, boom. Yeah, he's not running ads. Or it might be here. Yeah, there you go. He's running ads. Boom, there we go. Fuck. Let's see what ads he's running. I'm looking for 5 busy men who want to shred 20 pounds of fat and get abs in 90 days without following a hardcore diet, doing hours of cardio, going to the gym every day. Message me how and I'll show you. Message me how and I'll show you how. And I'll show you. Boom, that fucking ad right there. If I run that ad for my fitness coaching clients, they will probably make money because Christian Fleenor is running it. This guy's doing over $1 million a month, and all these other fitness coaches who are doing less than 5K a month don't even know about these ads, right? So one ad right there you can copy. Same with this one. Literally same call out. That's his ideal client. So I'm looking for 5 more busy professional men in their 30s. If your fitness coach goes after 20-year-olds who want to lose weight, put that in there. I'm looking for 5 more 20-year-olds who want to drop, who in their 20s, looking to shred fat and get a six-pack before the summer is over. Without hardcore diets, without hours of cardio, without going to the gym every single day. Because those are objections of the fitness coach's clients. Like no one wants hardcore diets, no one wants to do cardio, and no one wants to hit the gym every day. So we just took away the objections. So if you copy these ads for your clients, I promise you they will make money. That's literally what I did. That's how I made 60K in 1 month. So I don't know why the fuck I'm giving this away for free, but there you go. That's how to actually find the solution. What are they doing that's different? Is it their ads? Just like we saw with Christian, he's running a specific ad over and over and over. Is it certain content? You saw Christian's content. It's like no fitness coach who's shit is posting the same content as his. Are they posting long form, TikTok, whatever it is? 99% of the time, the client isn't good at marketing. That's what I saw with fitness coaches. I would get on sales calls with them, and everyone is like, yo, I really want more clients. I truly think I can change their lives. I just can't get enough clients. I can't get enough people to see my program and to book a call with me. So I'm like, all right, it's not really your job to know how to market. Let me do that for you. And then I'll run an Instagram ad that some other big fitness coach is running. I'll just copy and paste it. So, just as an example, I already kind of went through this. Online fitness coaches wanted more clients, but their $1 million problem was the lack of sales calls. So I joined Facebook groups, acted like a trainer, and learned everything I possibly could about them. At times, I even paid coaches $100 to get on market research calls. So I would literally reach out to a fitness coach, PayPal him $100 to get on a 1-hour call with him so I could ask all the questions that I had to ask. Like, yo, what app do you use for your clients? Yo, do you also do nutrition? Yo, how much do you normally charge for 12 weeks? This like only real G's do this. So if you truly want to make millions, you can do this. But if you're like an average dude, you probably don't do it. So I researched the top blogs, and they were all running a certain type of Instagram ad. And I still do this, and I can't give it away. So yeah, I don't want to give away the best ad for fitness coaches. It's called the macros ad. You can probably find it. Like if you find one of my clients who's a fitness coach, go to the ads library. You can kind of funnel hack me just like I did at Christian Fleetwood. Ultimately, after you know your niche, you know the $1 million problem, and you know the solution to it, you want to draft a PMF called a product market fit. So a one-liner like this: I help specific person get deepest desire with specific method. So for me, it was I help online fitness coaches fill their calendar with qualified sales calls with my triple C funnel, right? Simple as that. Specific person was online fitness coaches. Deepest desire was fill their calendar with qualified sales calls. Notice I don't just say fill their calendar with sales calls, because they specifically wanted qualified sales calls, because that was another objection they had. A lot of these guys would book sales calls, but then like 15-year-olds living in their mom's basement will show up. So you got to make sure you say qualified for fitness coaches. And the specific method, it really doesn't matter what you say. Just don't say something that other people say as well, because you want to spark curiosity. So for me, I said triple C funnel. At the time, I had no fucking clue what a triple C funnel was. I just thought it sounded cool. I got guys in the academy who are doing like $15K a month, and they call it as the machine gun strategy. They don't know what that is as well. Just a specific method that sparks curiosity. So when a fitness coach sees it, they're like, yo, what the fuck is machine gun strategy? I haven't heard of that yet. There we go. Lead right there. But if in the specific method you say something as simple as Instagram ads or Facebook ads, no one is going to click on it because they already know what that is. And odds are most fitness coaches have been burnt with it because they worked with some shitty 15-year-old SMA owner that saw Iman Gadzhi's course and ran Facebook ads for them. So they already have a bad experience with that and they don't want to do it again. If you say triple C funnel or machine gun strategy or Big Vic funnel, don't say that. They'll spark curiosity. They're like, yo, what even is that? And up front, you're obviously not going to say, hey, I'll run ads for you. You sell the destination, not the journey. You don't see fitness coaches saying, I'll give you the best workout and nutrition plan. You see them saying, hey, I'll get you a 6-pack in 6 weeks. So the destination is, I'll get you 10 sales calls in the next 10 days. Boom, they're sold on it. On the sales call, you slightly mention that you're going to be running ads for them at $20 a day, but that is not where you're selling as a whole. You're selling the destination. That's more for sales training. I don't want to give away that too much. Whatever trainings you guys want like this, because I'm giving away everything I know for free, just comment down below and I'll make more videos like this. So by now, we know your avatar, we know their $1 million problem, and we know we found a solution to it. So right now, all you got to do is reach out to these motherfuckers, sign them, and make some cash. So here's how to actually land these clients. The only reason I made $59,000 in 1 month at 18 with this big nose is because I stood out. Right? I was fucking different. I wasn't like all these other morons, all these other NPCs out there because I had already done that. I realized it early on, thank God, and I did the opposite. I knew what everyone else was doing. I've bought these courses. I know exactly what they teach in these courses, so I just did the opposite, and here's the breakdown of exactly how I did it. And just copy me. Just do exactly what I did. Don't overcomplicate the fucking process. What I do still works to this day. Number 1, create a unique mechanism with a no-brainer offer that people feel stupid saying no to. If you haven't yet, check out Alex Hormozi's book called The $100 Million Offers. So you can draft like a one-liner, a killer offer. For me, it was 40 qualified sales calls in 30 days, or you don't pay a single cent. That kind of sounds like you don't pay me money up front, but that's not how it worked. It's you pay me $4K. If in 30 days I don't get you 40 sales calls, I give you your money back, right? And we were so confident in it that we could do that guarantee. For you, your guarantee can be as simple as, if we don't get you 40 sales calls in 30 days, we'll work with you for free until we get you those calls. So there's like no downside to either one. Number 2, I followed 100 leads, 100 ideal clients on Instagram every single day, and I DM'd 50 every single day consistently. Not just for 1 week, not for 1 month, but every single fucking month of the year, I was doing 50 DMs a day. That's back when I was hustling later on, like in month 3 or 4, when I was doing like 7, 8K a month. I just hired 2 VAs, so 2 Filipinos to just send 50 DMs a day, and I paid them like $3 an hour. You can do that once you land your first 2 clients, but don't do it off the jump, because you first have to be in the trenches before you can teach other people how to do that. So if I never send DMs, if I was never in my fucking bed, barely awake, sending DMs, I wouldn't be able to teach other people how to do exactly what I did, right? It wouldn't be fair. Number 3, I posted 2 pieces of content daily for warm leads. Because here's the best part. When you have a good Instagram, and I'll show you how to get a good Instagram in a second, and you follow 100 leads every day, and you DM 50 leads every day, you're bound to get at least 20 to 25 people to follow you back every single day, if your Instagram is good. Right now, if I follow 100 fitness coaches, literally 30 or 40 follow me back, because I'm a G. But you're not there yet, so calm down. So 25 leads following me every day. Obviously, not all those guys are going to book a call with me that day, but they're still following me and they're still seeing my content. So I started posting 2 pieces of content daily for those warm leads. So nurture posts, like, hey, this is my story, how I did everything. I'll value posts. So if you're a fitness coach and you want to get more reach, do this. Authority posts. So my client John is a fitness coach. He made 10K in 3 months doing XYZ. Not only am I providing value, but they also see that my program is fucking great, so they're building that know, like, and trust factor. And you do this consistently, fitness coaches slowly started reaching out to me, like, yo, I've been seeing your content for a while, let's hop on a call. This is more of a long-term play, right? You reaching out to leads and then pitching them a call immediately, that's the short game. Like, you book a call, yeah, you will, but you're not playing the long game. You'll kind of burn out. So when I did this every day, I was also building the long game, so I was posting content. So then when I stopped sending DMs, people were still reaching out to me because I DM'd them like 3 months ago, and they'd been seeing my content for 3 months, and they were literally ready to pay me $4,000. Then I ran them through my triple C funnel, which I now know what it means, and I booked calls 24/7. Like, leads were coming in 24/7. At our peak, like when we were doing fucking like 60, yes. So because right now with 50K a month, it's half agency, half academy. But when we were doing consistent like 40 to 50K months, I had like a closer and then 2 setters. So two setters 24/7 in the DMs, and then 1 closer to actually get on the calls and close them. So I'd completely detached from the process, but now I got back into it because the main priority is not scaling the agency anymore. And then number 5, I closed them at 35% closing rate for my $4,000 program. I would get on 3 calls, 1 of them closing for sure. 10 calls, 3.5 closing. I don't know what the fuck that means. I don't know what the half is, but yeah. That's the overall breakdown, and here is the beginner's guide of how to actually do it yourself. Because this is pretty much what every YouTuber tells you, like how they did it. But question is, how do you actually do it when you're not a bold Georgian with a big nose? When you're a complete beginner who has no idea what they're doing? I'll show you in a second. By the way, check out this video. This is a bit more in depth of how to actually reach out. So if you haven't already, open up my YouTube after you watch this video and watch this one right here, how I made 85K in 49 days, sending Instagram DMs, because in that one I specifically go through what to actually say in the DM, just more specific on outreach. Here I'll just give you an overall breakdown. Triple C funnel, here's what it now means, because back in the day I had no clue what it meant. I just thought Triple C sounded kind of cool. Number 1, credibility. You have to be credible. When someone comes on your Instagram, you have to look good. You have to be an authority. You have literally 3 seconds to capture their attention. Like it or not, we have the attention span of a goldfish. They come on your page in 3 seconds, they decide whether they're going to stick around or go back to watching big tits. Number 2, connect. Start connecting with your ideal client on a daily basis. Build relationships. Number 3, convert. Convert these relationships to fucking money. And it all breaks down into these 3 simple steps. If you miss out on one thing, so if you're credible and you're good at converting, but you're not connecting, you're not gonna make a single dollar. If you're very credible, you're connecting with 100 fitness coaches every day, but you're not converting correctly, you're gonna go fucking broke. So let me break it down every single step. Number 1, credibility. That's my fucking Instagram, right? Right now it looks really good because, as I said, agency is on the priority. Back in the day, my bio was, I help all my fitness coaches fill their calendar with qualified sales calls. Founder of Thrivenetic. And then it was like DM me start for more info. Right now, that is it. But good profile pic. So my beautiful face smiling. A shit ton of followers. Right now we're at like 124K. Good highlights and then good posts. That's pretty much what you need. If you're just starting out and you don't want your friends to know, make a new Instagram. No one gives a shit. Get some followers. Start following people. As I said, like about 15 to 20% are going to follow you back. Start following people that you know will follow you back, so you can get like 1,000 followers, like 500 followers. Because the difference between 2,000 and 8,000 really isn't that much. But the difference between 100 and 1,000 is a big difference. As long as there's 4 figures there, that's really fucking good. What do I have here? For your bio, use this. This is straight out of my mentorship. I help a specific person get deepest desire with specific method. So put your PMF, what I was talking about here a second ago. Boom. Put this in your bio. So when a fitness coach comes on your page, you hit their exact pain points. You don't just say, I help fitness coaches make more money. You say, I help online fitness coaches fill their calendar with qualified sales calls with my Triple C method. I can't fucking speak. But alright, that should be your one-liner in the bio. Second line, you can just say whatever you want. I said founder of Thrivenetic. Make sure your third line is always a call to action. So something like DM me doc, DM me start, whatever it is. Number 2, connect. Where to actually find your leads. Go to hashtags. Fucking Instagram has done it for you. Hashtag online fitness coach. $700,000, 700 posts. Filter to recent top posts. And start fucking following these fitness coaches left and right. Number 1, make sure your profile is optimized. If you look like a neek, then no one's going to follow you back. Just make sure you look somewhat credible. From 100, you're looking for at least 50 people to follow you back. Minimum. From 50 DMs, you're looking for at least like 5 to 7 replies, bare minimum. Because a reply is much more valuable than a follow. When they follow you back and you reach out, they're much more likely to reply to you. The only issue is we only do 50 DMs because you're going to get action blocked if you do more than that. Because Instagram has a limit of how many guys you can follow, how many guys you can DM. They say you can follow about 200, but normally I get action blocked when I do like 150. So I just stick it at 100 and I do 50 DMs a day, every single day. So 150 leads overall. Here's how to actually find them. Hashtags and others following. Hashtags, hashtag online fitness coach, hashtag real estate agent, hashtag dick, hashtag plumber, whatever it is, right? And the best one right now is others following. So what I would do when I was somewhat established is I would go to the fitness coaches that were following me, I would go to their following, and then I would, in the search bar that Instagram recently introduced, I would put coach. And then it would filter all of the fitness coaches that have coach in their bio or in their name. And I would just start following. And the good part was when this fitness coach came on my page, we had a mutual friend. Like it would say followed by this dickhead. So it was like this guy's trust was associated to me. So they were more likely to follow me back. It wasn't completely cold. Right now, you probably don't have many ideal clients following you back. But if you do this with the hashtag method for 3 days, you get, let's say, 20 leads, 20 plumbers following you. Then you go to this plumber's account, you open up his following, and you start following other plumbers. When this third plumber comes to your page, he sees that his friend follows you, he's more likely to follow you as well. That is the easiest way, and it's also a snowball effect, right? You go to fitness coach number 1, you go through his following, follow 100 people there. Then you go to another guy from this guy's following, you find another 200 people from his following, and it's like a snowball effect over and over, all organically. So it's unlimited leads 24/7. That's why fucking Instagram is the best app out there. That is how to connect with leads daily. That's how to find them for follows, how to find them for DMs. When you DM, make sure you do a good DM that I'll show you in a sec, that I show in the other video, and also make sure that you comment on one of their posts. Be like, yo, I sent you a DM, check it out. And number 3 is convert. Run them through a fucking conversation. Rob, this is like I just literally reached out to him, asked a couple questions, and then pitched him a call, booked him. I didn't close Rob, by the way. He was one of those guys that didn't close. It's a bit stupid, but yeah, okay. 50 DMs every single day, plus 100 follows daily. Reach out. The funnel you want to run them through is asking 2 to 3 questions. Make sure the questions go like this. Number 1, ask for their goal. Number 2, ask for their struggle. And if you want to, ask them if it's a priority or not. So the way I said it, would be, I'll send them a fucking post, be like, yo, how long have you been a fitness trainer for? 6 years. Oh, awesome, man, 6 years. By the way, I'm running a new case study group, helping 4 more online fitness coaches fill their calendar with qualified sales calls in the next 60 to 90 days. Cool if I ask you a couple questions to see if I can help. They say, yes, master. I say, okay, awesome. So what's the big goal for you this year? I want to hit 10K a month. I would say, okay, gotcha. So 10K is the goal. So what would you say is your biggest struggle holding you back from hitting 10K right now? He says, I don't book enough sales calls, or I don't book enough leads, or my dick isn't big enough, whatever it is. I say, okay, got you. And I would normally pitch the call, but before that, I would ask you if it's a priority or not. So I'd say, okay, got you. So you don't book enough sales calls. By the way, is getting more sales calls a priority or more of a later thing? 99.9% would say obviously now, and I'd be like, I hear you, I've got an idea. Do you want to jump on a quick game plan chat this week and see if we can brainstorm a plan to help you get more exposure and get you more sales calls in the next 30 days? No pressure to say yes, by the way. Like I just literally said exactly what I put here because I know it by heart, right? Make sure you also resonate with them a little bit. So say totally understand my man, because I didn't even listen to his voice message. Like I'm not going to listen to 30 seconds of Rob talking bullshit. Just resonate with him a little bit and then pitch. Don't be a robot, right? Make sure they feel heard. Simple as that. And then I pitch the call. I send them a Calendly link. If you don't have a Calendly, go to Calendly.com. It's free. Make a fucking website. This is how mine looks. Where is it at? Fuck, it's not here. /Andrew Lance / this. Oh, there we go. Discovery call. This is how Calendly looks. Boom, you put in your calendar, they put whatever it is to 6:30 p.m. You put a couple questions here. Don't fucking copy me. Let me close this. Oh, that's it. That is literally it. Simple as that. That is the triple C funnel that I used to scale to 20K a month in 90 days at 17, and it's how I made $59,000, $59,636 in fucking 30 days at 18. Pretty long video, but hopefully this was valuable for you. If you guys do want more trainings like this, just let me know down in the comment section below what specifically you want me to talk about. I give away much more value than I should have. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Make sure to like and comment. If you want to work with me one-on-one, click on the top link in the bio. Book a one-on-one call with me. If you're gay, don't do it. And I'll chat to you guys in the next one.